I'm sorry for making this bold assumption right in your face, but you haven't read anything good if you haven't read this series by now because it is really underrated. It's by an indie author, and I kid you not, you're going to have so much fun. It's really short, it's funny, it's witty, it's interesting, it's cozy mystery. Where have you ever discovered a cozy mystery book series that you would love, that you would be on a span of 6 books, upcoming 7 books, of course, with the one that releases in September on 15th, if the date doesn't change, with also a spin-off series with 2 novels, and guess what? The books are all under 200 pages. Or at least, yeah, of course, some of them are like 200 pages and 60, or 200 pages and 80, but like under 300 pages, all of them. And I promise you, you're going to have so much fun. It's not going to be like really childish or something like that. It's not going to be either poorly explained and super predictable, or at least for me, it wasn't predictable. Of course, maybe after 4 books or something into the series, you would be like kind of knowing the whereabouts and the process of thinking of the author, but still you would have a plot twist, like it's Frida McFadden but an indie author. And of course, now once I said Frida McFadden, you're going to expect so much about it, but it will never disappoint. At least for me, it didn't disappoint, and I'm having so much fun, and literally I'm reading a single book in one day. So with this one that just appeared, the 6th one, I just finished it so goddamn fast. And yes, if you didn't guess until now, I'm talking about the Haywood Herbalist book series by Carly Winter. And I was literally flabbergasted because I told you that they are going to be 7 books. No, it's going to be 8 books. The 8th one is going to be released on September, so my bad with that. I don't know my math today. And everything starts with the first book, Herbs and Homicide, that you can get for free, and the books are not on Kindle Unlimited, so you can literally support the author by just buying a book with $3.99, $2.99 or less. Herbs and Homicide sets the action for Samantha Rathbone, an ex-soap opera celebrity. She had hiccups throughout her life, you could say. She had a shitty and also a kind of weird and full of secrets husband, Gerald, and she kind of ditched everything after he burnt their house down. He basically set everything up for her to be the suspect. So she finally found herself into the shoes of, okay, I do really need to go, I don't need to stay here anymore, and without holding any grudge, because Hollywood was shitty enough to her, and also she was like growing old. She's like 50 or something, you know, I guess mid-50s throughout the series. But she was literally obliged to straighten her curly hair, to have dye all over because she was growing old, and she was like, you know, having gray hair or something. Oh no, it's not attractive on the TV. She needed to do all these kind of very expensive and lavishing treatments that you will not let people see the wrinkles and anything. So yeah, she was fed up. She was like, Gerald, my dear husband, I just hate you for everything you've done to me, but also I'm just really welcoming your idea of you kicking me out of Hollywood without you actually kicking me out, and for me to start a new life. And she picked Haywood, of course. And I just love because throughout the book you're just finding a new shop. So basically she gets hired. She's that poor, she doesn't have any money, she's not a celebrity, she's going as Samantha Jones, or at least Sam Jones. To everybody, she denies that she's like the soap opera or something, because with her curly hair and no makeup and her glasses, no one will know her. Of course, she's like a middle-aged woman that everyone would love, and that they will drink wine together, they will go out with the puppies and everything, and that's going to be it. No, that's not going to be it, because the second she steps foot at Sage Advice's owner, Bonnie, is basically hiring her to be a herbalist. So she would be colleagues with Annabelle, and they're getting along really well. And of course, everything is just fun and dandies and everything, but yeah, we're having a villain that it's a doctor, because the herbalists, you know, with the pharmaceuticals are not really having like shaking hands or something with each other. They're not really getting along, and this doctor is like, oh no, you're drugging all my patients and they're like getting good actually, instead of coming to me and again and again and again and seeking the treatments, and me literally extorting them from every money that they have. So basically it's an entire entire dispute with, that's so funny because I didn't intend this pun, but it's a dispute with Dr. Butte. That's actually his name. You can read and find out for yourself. I didn't plan for this. But they're having a huge dispute. By the time of book 5 or 6, I guess. And you will see why, of course. But literally, it's a headache sometimes when they're not getting along or stupid things. And then everything might go to shambles because he again and again threatens Bonnie, the owner of Sage Advice, and also Sam, and also Annabelle, and also everyone that has something with Sage Advice. So that's basically it. And guess what? Unfortunately, Sam ran out. Sam ran from the murder of her husband, or for her being accomplice to the murder of her husband. But guess what? There is a murder happening in Sage Advice, just like maybe a few months after she's like settling into Haywood. So you will need to find the murderer by the end of the book. And what I love about this series is that in every book, as I mentioned before, in every book, you're going to know new stores from Haywood. You're going to know a winery, you're going to know a dance studio, which is one of my favorite books, by the way. I can't remember the name of the dance studio, but it was something funny as well. You're going to know Never Quit Winning, which is a winery, and also the names are super funny because the books are like Herbs and Homicide, Thyme and Trouble, Mistletoe and Mayhem, which is my favorite book, one of them. They're like Rosemary and Rage. They're like so funny, and they're all like rhyming. I love it. And also you're having such different stores. Also Nitwit with Mrs. Mason, and I believe it was the book 6 or something. And also it kind of foreshadows the store that you're going to know on the cover of the books. Every book has a new villain, every book has its own course, and every book is funnier, wittier, and also Sam has a lot of relationships building up, has like strengthening this relationship that she's having with Annabelle, and it's she's having with the deputy. And also you're going to hate the sheriff. She's so dumb. I was to pay money for her to get higher education. I would in a second. I just would in a second without even a heartbeat. But she's like so insufferable. You just need please to read this so that I would know that I'm not the only one hating her. So yeah, in long story short, everything that I'm loving about these books, I just can't recommend it enough. I've tried it also on TikTok, and also I'm trying it on YouTube here because I really love supporting indie authors. I really love small, short, witty, and funny, and also with romance. For the girlies here that really love romance and they want a cozy mystery and something, there is going to be romance. Of course, you're going to get into the first 3 books or something before Sam changes her mind finally into dating, because she's not dating. She's not dating. And I mean, sure, she kind of lost her husband in a murder that he didn't got murdered because she was set up for that. So kind of she killed him, but she didn't. I know it's complicated. So yeah, without further ado, I just really strongly recommend this series to you. And also, if you like Haywood Herbalist, you're going to like also Haywood Hounds, which is another society and another business that Gina, a secondary character from Haywood Herbalist, is having. She's rescuing dogs, and basically her society and everything, her shelter, is named Haywood Hounds. And guess what? We are having another series with Gina as well, and her talking dog Daisy. You're just going to love it. But first you will need to literally read Haywood Herbalist, because I think that if I was to read Haywood Hounds for the first time, I didn't know her brother Vic. I didn't know the relationship that she had with Daisy. I didn't know in the first place why she was doing everything that she was doing with dogs. I didn't know the new sheriff. It's going to be a new sheriff. I didn't know that there are going to be so many changes and so many shops evolving, and even a guy that comes and he wants to literally rebuild the areas, but like people are revolting. I don't know, you wouldn't have known all of this. And I just love that if you're taking a break from the series and from the cozy mystery in general, I just love that basically this author recaps anything that happened in last book. And I'm not one of the people to kind of reread stuff or kind of be like, oh no, I forgot. Sure, sure I'm forgetting names. Sometimes I'm forgetting like what the hell are they having, or at least I'm forgetting the word and I try to kind of like find another one, but you can't really find another term for it because it's basically from a fandom, so you cannot really replace it with something else. But I feel like sometimes it's really useful for the people that are like taking, I don't know, a 3 months break or something like that, and you're like kind of remembering that, hey, look, this is Sam, this is what she did in the first and second book, this is what it happened, and everything is like in what, 2 pages? Like it's literally 2 pages, and it's literally 2 pages on my phone, on my Kindle app. And without any further ado, I just hope that I convinced you. I just hope that you're going to read it. And for more bookish videos, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. See you in the next Thursday videos, and also see you on Instagram for more Instagram stories and what I'm reading, what I'm recapping, what I'm not, what ratings do I'm doing, what reviews, and maybe you can vote some of my future videos because I would need help because I'm having tons of ideas and I'm really excited to try and get out for you guys. Don't forget to subscribe if you love fantasy, romantasy, cozy mysteries, thriller, dark romance, anything. If you love to read, don't forget to subscribe and follow me in the next videos, and also recommend me some of your favorite books because of course I'm going to talk about them. So see you the next Thursday, and until then, happy reading. Bye bye.